Here we go. Here we go. Let me just turn on my do not disturb. Wow, it's amazing. You don't do this for 2 weeks and then it's like, how do I do this again? Okay, there we go. I think I am set and ready to go. Let me just, sorry about that. Just get that moved and ready to go. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in East St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. I want to welcome you here. I hope I inspire you today. I am creating a beautiful card. I taught this card just before we left for Vancouver and in one of my classes. And if you are interested, sorry, need to move my lamp. If you are interested in some of my in-person classes, drop me an email and I will add you to my newsletter list and yeah, get you added to that. Hello, Debbie. Nice to see your name pop up here, my friend. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Okay. I'm having a squirrel moment. My brain was somewhere and now it's lost. Anyway, I think I'm still Vancouver timing. And let me quickly, oh yeah, I was saying that the card that I'm teaching today is a class that I had just before we left for Vancouver. And I just really wanted to teach it. So credit goes to a gal, I don't know her name, but her website is called Iced Images, and she's amazing. She's from the UK. So all of her sizes are UK sizes. So if you want to recreate what she does into an A2 card, which is just our standard card, you just need to do some math and some figuring out. So anyway, she's amazing. Check her out. Let me change the view here. And I am going to really quickly run through. Here's the annual catalog. I have it in my hot little hands. Debbie, I have yours ready for you. And Wendy, I think you probably have one. But anyway, so here is the front cover. Not allowed to show you what's in here until it actually goes live. And let me just tuck that right there. April tutorial bundle is out. There are 30 projects, so same drill. If you place a $65 order with me, these dollar amounts are, they come from the gal that runs this. So I need to honor that. So April tutorial bundle, 30 projects in here. If you are interested in the bundle, but don't want to or aren't able to place an order with me, but you're interested in the bundle, $25. Just state, thanks, I did not have this out, Wendy. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, let me know that you are interested in the 2025 April tutorial bundle, and I will get that out for you. So again, Debbie or Wendy, thank you for sharing. Let me add your name to a pen that decides not to write today. Let's grab this one. There we go. And Wendy, we have to hook up. I've got a package for you. What else do we have here? Oh, I want to talk about free shipping. It's free shipping, people. So if you are interested in some free shipping, so that's kind of like a double dip because now they've got this new program started where 10% of your order, if it's over $25, you start collecting points. Okay. So you would collect your points. They would bank them for you. They're good for a year. If you have further questions about that, just ask. I will clarify that. So the whole double dipping thing is free shipping. So you're not paying for your shipping, plus your additional 10% off that Stampin' Up offers all of us now. Okay. And also, if you place a $50 order, I have a brand new Stampin' Up mini with the plates. So this is mine, so it's not brand new, but the one that I have for you, it's ready to go. Every $50 of merchandise that you spend with me, I will add your name to my draw box. And at the end of May, I am drawing to see who wins a brand new, never used Stampin' Up! Mini. Okay. Last chance items, which is another great way to actually triple dip because some of the items are on sale. So don't forget about the last chance. So for those of you that are on my newsletter list, I give you all these quick links on there. Check that out. Card and Devotion class, May 5th. If you want to sign up for that, my regular card class for May, which is a fun fold, and we're going to be doing a triple, what am I calling it? A triple flap fun fold. That is May the 6th in the morning, and then in the evening, my BYOP is May 13th. I have a paper share, a brand new paper share happening. And here are the papers that are on the paper share. Now, some of them I have. So if you girls want to see what I did order for my pre-order, let me know and I'll do that before I get to my card. But if you don't, we'll just get right to the card when I'm finished all my rambling here. So paper share, if you purchased all of these papers, it would cost you $155 if you're interested in the paper share, which is unfortunately not part of the 10% off, or my boho, or not boho, my Stampin' Up! Mini, because that goes with an order. You would receive all of this for a taste of it all for $50. Okay. And so, yeah, birthday cards were still coming in, and I can't remember if I showed these or not before we left. This is from my friend Dee, who came to card class and gifted me this beautiful, stunning card, purple, my Ava color. For those of you that know our story, here is a sweet little card that I got from my friend Donna. And it says bonjour because she knows I'm French. She just got back from Panama. And actually, you know what? Look at these earrings. I don't know if you can see them. She gifted me those from Panama. Here is a sweet card from Kathy. I love this fold. I taught this fold a while ago. Okay. I can't remember if I showed this card, but Kathy also gifted me this beautiful gift box, okay, that she covered. Isn't that sweet? And in there, because she felt sorry for me when she was watching one of my lives when I was using a Q-tip. So she got these on Amazon, and instead of using Q-tips, I now have, look at that. I can't wait to play with those. So Kathy, thank you. They are going in my little bucket. So that is ready to go. So this was just a sweet gift from Kathy, and she also gave me another bracelet. She also added in there this little die cut. It says, "You're a gem." And so Kathy, I think you're a gem. So thank you for that. I got this beautiful birthday card from my friend Susan from the US. It's a kit, but the kits are actually really stunning. And this beautiful card, Debbie, thank you. She gave me this beautiful card for my birthday. And you know what? A bought card is lovely, just as a handmade card is lovely. So I do appreciate that. Let me run really quickly through a few of the items. And if you want me to go further, you can. So, album makers out there, raise your hand if you are an album maker. Look at, I'm going to open this up here so it's not quite as noisy. These are called flip flaps. Okay. So for us who are album makers, and there are, does it tell me? There are 12 in here. Look at this for our albums. So there's a sticky side. You would remove the sticky side, which is right under this tape. You would put that down on your album, and now you've got a little pocket, and it flips up. So you can put something facing this way, something facing the opposite way, and you've got a flip flap for your album. Aren't those so cool? That is going to be available to you when the new catalog goes live. So there's 12 in there, and these ones measure 4 by 4, and there are also 12 in here, and these ones measure 4 by 6. So with these ones, half of them have the tape at the top and half of them have the tape down the side. So you can either do portrait or landscape if you're album making. Okay. Here are some new gems. I just opened this myself, ladies, because I just got back. These are called the holographic resin dots, and really hard to see how beautiful they are. And then here we've got 2005 and 7 flat. So these are the in colors. These are the new in colors. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. So those guys. And these are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink little gems. Okay. So Strawberry Slush is one of our new in colors that is coming, and it's gorgeous. And it's actually an old color that has come back. Check out this 6x6. I am going to be doing a 6x6 album class in the fall. I'm going to work on my video this summer, but look at this paper. Stunning, stunning, stunning paper. Look at that. So I'm just showing you both sides. We will get to a card, I promise. If you're watching on the replay and you don't want to view all of this, you can just, whoops, the other side of this is that. Oh, so beautiful. This is my first look too, girls. I have not, that is so cool. I used to pencil sketch, so that reminds me of pencil sketching. Debbie, thank you for sharing. Let me add your name. These sceneries are stunning. They just like, there's your album cover right there, right? What? Love it. Love it. Love it. I had one person that did share on Facebook, but they shared privately, and so I don't know who it was to add. Look at that. I love this so much. Beautiful roses, all kind of like painted. And a map on that side. Wow. Stunning. Stunning. Do you want to see the other DSP, girls, or do you want me just to get to the card? Entirely up to you. I just don't want to bore you to tears. I'm going to keep showing until I hear from, I have something stuck in my eye. I'm sorry. So I am going to keep sharing until I hear from you if you want me just to get to the card. Here are the new in colors, and I have not memorized their names yet. I know this is Strawberry Slush because that's an old color. So this is something cloud, and I don't have, or do I? Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea. Oh, what did I do here? Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, and this is something cloud. I sure wouldn't mind seeing it. Okay, well, we're going to see it. Thank you for that, Wendy. So those are the new in colors. This one, Debbie, this would be fun. Celebratory Sips, if I said that properly. Although I think you have finished your album already, but I think, and I haven't looked through this yet, so I think this all kind of depicts summer, okay? And kind of beachy things, all things beachy. And this again is part of my share, okay? Part of my paper share. So if you are interested in that for $50, rather than, so there's all your cups or your glasses with your summer drinks, your lemonades and your iced teas and all of that good stuff. Beautiful paper. But then again, Stampin' Up always has beautiful paper, doesn't it? You know what, for me, it never disappoints. So there's that. This one is called Floral Impressions. Floral Impressions. So I'm just showing you like the top side. Do we have it all in here? Maybe I should move my camera. Sorry, girls. I'm going to move my camera up just a smidge. Don't fall. There we go. Just a smidge. Okay. So these look like some of the new in colors. These are beautiful. That's just, there's your card front right there. So you're letting the DSP do your work. So those of you that cloud cover, thank you, Wendy. Thank you, thank you. I love daisies. Makes me think of the movie You've Got Mail, which is one of our favorites. And yes, Dean is awesome, and he enjoys watching chick flicks too. So I'm very fortunate. So that's that one. Two more to go. Florals in Bloom. Okay, so if you imagine, you cut that and there's your card front right there. And then you just put your sentiment, your gems. For those of us that need to do masculine cards, we've got that other side right there to just help us with that. Love the colors. These look like, I want to say hydrangea, but it's not. Phlox, I think. Phlox, that's super cool. That would work for a masculine card too, which is great because we always need help with that. These look like poppies, maybe, or tulips. That looks like tulips. Those are roses. So pretty. There's some old wild roses. And that's that one. And then this one, super fun, turtly cute. Oh, I love You've Got Mail. I love You've Got Mail. Meg Ryan is so sweet. So there's a great masculine card. If you need cards for kids or grandkids, how fun. And sorry, I shouldn't be showing you upside down, should I? Because this is directional. So there is the turtles, the musical turtles. Speaking of, last night we went to the MBCI musical called Matilda. Our grandchildren were in it. Spectacular. Look at these turtles on a bicycle eating ice cream. This is totally for my grandkids. And then this is the other side that I'm flipping up this way. And then these guys are barbecuing. Yay, summer. Bring it. Bring it, bring it. Birthday turtles with ice cream and cake. Oh, fun. Fun, fun. Oh, and this is, I'm going to pull that one right out because I want to see the whole thing. Okay. So this is showing just all card fronts. And then we've got this little strip here. And then the other side are colorful polka dots. How fun is that? Okay, and then I've got a package of, I'm going to open this up under here. This is called, can I get that out? This is called Flower Garden Foils. So there are, let me see, there are, what do we have in here? 6. So I'm thinking 2 of each. So I don't know if you can, oh yeah, it does come through. So these are foils, but they are embossed. Oh my goodness. So flowers, embossed, and then kind of like a hexagony. Sorry for the glare. It's hard to, and then this looks like strawberry slush. So that is the paper and the little gems in and things that I got on pre-order, as well as I'm going to just book through this. Framed scenes, and that why did I file that away? But that's a bundle. I got that one. That also has, why did I put that? I filed these away already. These are bundles. Sunrise Sailing. Trusty Tools is just, yeah, it was out there. Cutest Onesie, and that's also a bundle. So this goes with the Sunrise Sailing as well as die cuts. And then I ordered this because this little tote, and we're going to make that one day, I'm thinking would be perfect for our album. So this actually makes like a 3-dimensional tote. So I can't wait to play with that. Anyway, let's get on to the card, and thank you for hanging in there with me. I tried to blast through that as quickly as I could. Girls, thank you for sharing. And Debbie, I apologize. This is going to be a repeat for you, but maybe you'll catch some little hints along the way. Okay, let's get all of this out of the way. So our card base actually measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to score. Let me do it this way. I was not totally ready. Heather, hello. Aw, our grandkids love sleepovers too. So we're going to take, and you know what? I also want to show you, this is just scrap cardstock. This is not Stampin' Up cardstock. This is just how I remember how to do my 3D projects. Okay, so again, 4 1/4 or 4 1/8 by 5 1/2, and we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to find our 3/4 of an inch on, and I'm going the wrong way. So we want this. Let's come up here so you can see. We want this sitting tall. Okay, so we're going to go 3/4 of an inch on that side, and then 3/4 of an inch on this side. Okay, so there's your card base, and we're just going to fold those over. We can burnish later. We're going to take another strip. This is for the bands, okay? And this measures 2 1/2 by 5 3/4, and we're going to score at, let's move that out of the way. We're going to score this at, Debbie, did you enjoy this class? 3/4 of an inch, then 2, then 3 3/4, because Debbie was at this class in person. If she's still here, maybe she needed to scoot away somewhere. and 5 inches. Okay, so now that I've got all of these score marks done, we're actually going to cut it. I like to cheat a bit, and we're going to cut that at 1 1/4. So let's just slip that in here. So basically that is, am I doing this the right way? 1 1/4, which is the halfway. So when the girls came to class, I encouraged them, go home because you just made this and quickly make another one. I feel like there we go. I think that's better. Maybe Debbie had to leave. Okay, so now we've got those done. And if I fold my score lines over, it sort of gives me a little bit of a better peek of where I'm going, okay? So now we're going to pull out our, let's put that right there. We're going to pull out our design papers, okay? So I think that one was cut wrong. So this is 5 1/4 by 5/8 of an inch. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, yep, by 5/8 of an inch. We're going to adhere that right, I'm hesitating. I am hesitating. Yes, we are. We're going to adhere that right like so, okay? Why is this one so big? Oh, I know. Okay, so this one here measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, okay? So our instructions tell us, let me give myself a little marker here, that we are going to cut 5/8 of an inch on either side and keep it in that order, okay? So we're going to find 5/8 of an inch. So right here, 5/8 of an inch, and let's cut that. And I'm going to keep that facing this way. I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to flip it right over, and I'm going to cut 5/8 of an inch again. Okay, and because I flipped it over, let's take this whole thing and flip that over. So do you see how I still have my continuous pattern happening? Okay, so you want to keep it in that order if what you're using is a kind of a patterny design paper. Okay, so now this is going to go on the inside of our card base. Okay, keeping that in order, let's just flip that. It's so crazy when I go away or I haven't done a live for a while. I'm like, do I know how to do this? So welcome to my bumble through. Welcome to my bumble through. So we want to keep that in the design order. And I'm just kind of eyeballing my my score marks. So I want to flip it that way just so that I know that I'm staying in the right order. I think my glue is getting low. Let's grab another one so we're not arguing with that. There we go. Debbie, did you start your second album? Because I know you finished your first and it's absolutely stunning. Kathy actually sent me a short little video showing her album, and I need to post it. I asked permission and she said yes. So I'm excited to do that. So we want to keep all of these design papers in the same order so that our design flows. Okay? So now we've got these guys. Okay? So what I like to do is I like to place a little bit of glue on there, and I just line up this score mark with this edge, okay? And I fold it over, and I just make sure that I am square to everything, okay? Darlene, hello. Or you're leaving now. You're leaving. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other one, and we're going to put that at the bottom. So a little bit of glue. So this fold line here, that score line, is going to line up with the bottom edge. And I've got a little bit of that wiggle room, so I'm just going to pull that in so that I know that I'm nice and flat, okay, or nice and square. Now what I want to do on this center, actually, before I do that, let's decorate this. So I took strips of cardstock and I ran them through the brick embossing folder, and I got one tucked away over here. So those are just going to go down right like that, okay? It's really hard when you're looking, and I'm just following my score lines. So hard for you to see because I'm doing tone on tone, okay? So let's just get those all in between the score lines. Like so. And down she goes. We road tripped it, but I think my brain is still in Vancouver time. So all of these little, and what I did was I just took a nice big piece of scrap Daffodil Delight, and I ran it through my cut and emboss machine using the exposed brick embossing folder, and then I cut them to size rather than placing all these little pieces in there. So that's how I did that, okay? So we've got these two flaps attached on the back side, okay? Let's put a window sheet right in here. So we've got that smaller area and this larger area right down here. And we're going to use tear and tape or stamp and seal. So I'm just eyeballing center in between here, and then let's put a strip right down there. Probably easier to put the strip on both ends before they go down. Now, if you think you've got glue hanging over, you know what? Take your embossing buddy and it'll take the sticky of the glue away, because the last thing you want, well, Kathy Penner, hello. And yeah, it'll take away any sticky. Okay, so there's a little tip for you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure what that is. It's not going to show. We're going to put glue on either side of this, and we're just going to fold that right over like so and like so. Okay. You're in your car, not on your... Darlene, you're hilarious. I don't know if you're still there. I know she's meeting someone today. Okay, so now we've got these kind of little cut marks showing on the back side. That'll never do, okay? You want to make sure that you know where your top is. And with this design paper, it's sort of directional, but sort of not. But I want this to be my top, so I'm going to flip it over this way. And you can decide with these little strips if you want it, if you want with flowers, just like we did on the front, or that. And I'm going to do the opposite side. Okay, so let's... Darlene, I don't know if you're still there. Whoopsie, sorry girls, I smacked the phone. But send me, or not send me, don't forget to share is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. It doesn't work in my world. Okay, so there, that strip of design paper is down. Let's put one on the other side just to kind of hide our cardstock tuck. Darlene has created a new 3D item, and it is, I noticed it when we were in Vancouver, and I haven't really had a chance to chat with her about it, but it's a holder for the blocks, which is fabulous. We're going to grab a little piece of basic white, and that's going to go down the center. But before we do that, let's decorate it, okay? So always decorate that before it goes down. And we're going to use, let's use beautiful butterflies. And let's get a butterfly on there, because I want to use my new brushes. Oh, you did share earlier. Okay, you know what? I was wondering who that was. I'm glad I brought that up, because I would not have thrown your name in there. Oh, and you know what? For my draw, for a free, brand new, never opened, still in the box mini, Wendy, I want to let you know that your name is in there. Okay, so just so that you know, so for every $50 in merchandise that you spend, I will add your name to the draw. Let's grab some Daffodil Delight, and what do I want around here? What are some of my other colors? I don't want a green. I wonder what that would look like. Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight. Too light. Too light, too light. Oh, okay, that's Daffodil Delight. That's Crushed Curry. I don't even know my colors. What do I want? I think I might like that. That might look cute. Although that color's not in there at all. So I hesitate. I hesitate. Is that... That is Balmy Blue. Let's do this for our butterfly. Why not? Kathy, thank you. Okay, so let's ink up our butterfly. And Kathy, I'm going to use my new brushes. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to ink up with our Daffodil Delight first. And then, and if you don't have little brushes, what you can do is you can ink up, and then you can take your stamp pad and you can just go on the edges, okay? But we're going to do it because I want to play with my new brushes. So here we go. Let's pick up some Balmy Blue, and let's just add some Balmy Blue on the edges of our butterfly. I hope these colors turn out. So we're just picking up some Balmy Blue with our brush and tamping it on. And then what I'm going to do is give that a huff just to kind of moisten up the ink again. And then down it goes. And I would do the same on the envelope, okay, or envelope. Carol, welcome here. So there it is. Oh, it's so cute. It turned out so cute. The blue kind of turned green, which I should have known, but I still love it. Okay, so let's get first. So Kathy, thank you for my little brushes. I love them. Carol, thank you for sharing. We're going to put some adhesive behind here. And let's pop that on the back of the card. Okay, so this is where you would write your sentiment. Okay, so it's a bandstand card. It stands like that. Okay, and now we've got our window sheet right here. Let's decorate that. And I've got some butterflies. Surprise, surprise. I think the last 5 YouTubes that I've done, I have butterflies. There's a yellow body. Whoops. Right there. And what else do I have? Oh, I think I only cut out. That'll work. Oh, you know what? I have an orange body. I like that better. Okay. So when you die cut, there is a right side and a wrong side. Okay, so this is the wrong side. That's the right side. So what I do, if I want to use the opposite side of my cutting, is first you have to find your bone folder. I can't find my Stampin' Up one. I had it out a minute ago. I'm going to use the ones that I use when I album make. And all I'm going to do is I am going to flatten the ridges that the die cut creates, okay? Just so that this wrong side has now kind of become our right side. There we go. Okay, we're going to put a little dash of adhesive on the back side. Just a dot. If ever you feel you've put too much glue, just let it sit. This one has too much glue, so I'm going to let that sit. And then what I want to do, I pre-cut from this design paper, and I failed to bring it forward. I sat and watched a movie with Dean, and I just cut away. I don't know what I want to use, but let's start with that. But what I want to do is I want to grab my Wink of Stella, and let's just shimmer these up. Does that come through? Probably does if I get closer. Do you see? Sorta. The shimmer Here was an edge. It didn't matter. We can hide that very easily. We're going to use glue dots and dimensionals on this. I try not to use liquid glue when I am on a window sheet because it becomes a hot mess. So here's glue dots. So let's start with this square one. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of glue dots, and I want to make sure that those glue dots are not hanging over my window sheet, okay? So we're going to put it down right there, okay? So now when I put this down, it's going to hide the fact that this was just a square cut. See how I just kind of fake it? Oh, Kathy, I really like them. I didn't even know it was a thing. Okay, let's get some of this down. And I'm going to put my dimensional right down on my window sheet, just so that I know where I'm going. And I think I want a little one just right up there. Where's my minis? So right up about here. So I just kind of eyeball first, do my dry fit, and then decide if I like where my dimensionals are sitting. And so now let's just cover those like so. And we're going to tuck this one under. You know what? Let's not quite, well, no, I think I do want it. Okay, we're going to tuck it under there. So we're going to put one right here. So right on the window sheet. This way I know for sure where I'm going, and I want to tuck it underneath. Let's go, baby. Underneath these leaves. Just like so. Look at that little cluster. Isn't that so sweet? So, so sweet. Okay, let's get these bodies, or the thorax, if you're a science teacher, which I'm not. Okay, and then we're going to put a little strip of, girls, where did my scissors go? Am I looking at them? I put them away. Let's just cut a really thin strip, and let's just cut that right in half. We're doing good. Somebody's going to win a really cute Easter or spring card anyway. Easter's done. Who watched my live last week? When I was away, we're going to flip it over and put it on the opposite side. I did a YouTube premiere, so we were, I'm trying to remember where we were. We were in between Canmore, and so we were in the mountains. So I was able to follow along. You want to make sure that your butterfly is not going past here, otherwise it's not going to fit in the envelope. So I like that one right there, and I think I want this little guy down below. So yeah, I was able to kind of chat with everyone for a bit. And then I'm going to see if I can move this. I think I want the yellow one. Don't rip. I want the yellow one down below. And then all of a sudden, I had no service. And so, but it was nice to chat with you for some of it. Let's put that guy right down there. And I did use glue, so I want to be careful. Let's put this one up here because it just shows so much more. And now let's do our sentiment. So we're going to grab just a little piece of Daffodil Delight. And where did that stamp set go? Let's use You Make My Heart Smile. So this is Layers of Beauty. And we're going to heat set that because we need it to pop. Wendy, it was such a fun class to teach. And it was like, you know what? I need to do this. I need to do a video on this. I can't keep all my fun folds to just my live classes. So there's Versamark. And then let's grab some white embossing powder. Yikes. So when I do my card classes, I do one class where it is a simple class. And then I just read a short little devotional with the girls that come to class. And then I just pray for them. They don't. If they want to, they certainly can, but I just have a little time of prayer with them all. And so that is usually a simple class. And my other class that I do is a fun fold, always. And so this was my fun fold class just before we left for our road trip to British Columbia. And literally, so the girls left. Darlene, I don't know if you're still there. Probably not. She's probably hooked up with her friend already. I think the girls left by about 5 to 12. We were packed and ready to go. We were out the door by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and then we booked it all the way to Golden. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, You Make My Heart Smile. But it was so fun to see the kids. Oh, who saw the little dress that I created for Maddie? So I knit Madeline a little dress. I don't know if I can, yeah, I don't know if I can show you that live, that little dress. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the top of the letters with this plastic holdy down thing, whatever it's called. So I'm just going to line that up because I want this nice and thin. And I am going to turn around and do the other side about there. So it's nice and thin. And is that going to fit with what I am thinking I want to do? Here's what I'm thinking. Let's see if this is going to fit. Just, okay. So I'm tucking this end in and I'm leaving this hang over because I just want that decorative edge, okay? So let's pull out the mini. So at the end of May, I am going to do the draw for a brand new mini. For those that place a $50 merchandise order with me, you will receive, if you win, a brand new mini. So we're going to just pop part of that through and come back. You know what, girls? She was so sweet. Like, so I knit that dress in a cotton fiber, I guess is what you would call it. So now I'm just going to tuck in the other end. And so the dress felt super soft and super cozy. Like you just, when you touch it, you feel like you're, I've gone crooked here. You feel like you're just in a cozy, cozy house coat. And so Maddie is 1.5 years now. And oh my goodness, she was so sweet. I need a little piece of tape. So I'm going to just grab some painter's tape. And if you use painter's tape, just remember that sometimes it's stickier than you want it to be. So you just want to put it on your clothes, okay? Just to get some of that sticky off. Okay, so I'm going to line that up so it doesn't scoot over. And it still wants to scoot. There we go. So all of that to say, it's just a super cozy, cozy dress. And when she put it on, she went like this. And she totally was posing. And I said, Maddie, can Grandma take a picture? And that was when she leaned up against the wall in the kitchen. Oh my goodness. Go take a look on my Facebook page. So sweet. Okay, so now we've got this hot little mess, and you want to be really careful when you're pulling the tape off. So now we've got both sides in that decorative edge. Okay, so that's how you do that. And you would do that with any die cut. If you want that decorative edge on both sides, you would just put part of it in one way and then part of it the other way. Oh, her little sandals. Oh, and Kathy, I have finished your hat that I have created for your little beanie. Let's put some dimensionals down, and actually we're going to put them down on the sentiment. And I want to make sure, because remember how we've got this going on here? I want to make sure that my dimensionals do not overhang on either end of this, okay? So I'm just going to place that there kind of as my, like a little bit of a placement thing. And so we're just going to put 2 dimensionals right there. And we're going to see who wins this card. So if you close that, you can actually tuck it right under the butterfly a little bit. And so you can see how when it's folded flat, this is how it fits into an A2. Okay, and then when the recipient gets it, this is how the card stands. Okay, so it's called a bandstand, but we need gems. We need gems. And let's grab our, right here, our antique pearls, because I love these on here. So we're going to grab a big guy and put it right here. Whoops. And then a little one right beside it. And I think I'll put one down here. Grab another big one and put it right down here. So there is the card. Super, super simple. Okay? Super simple. Okay. Now, for those that have shared, you have an opportunity to win this. If you did share and I have not called out your name, please let me know. Okay? So Carol, and thank you for the thumbs up and the hearts. Kathy, And yes, I just use scrap paper. Whoops. Dar, who is probably no longer with us. Debbie. Thanks, girls. Appreciate that. And Wendy. Did I miss anybody? Heather, did you share and I missed your name? Kathy. Yeah, maybe you didn't share, and that's okay. You don't have to. But if you did share, let me go back and see if you told me that you shared. I don't want to miss it. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can find, how do I do that? That picture of Maddie. Let me see. It might be here. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. Present. Screen share. Let's see if this works. Share. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is Maddie, and yes, she's got a little boink on her head. So I don't know if that came through. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, I hope, oh yeah, there she is right there. So, so here's her little dress, and see those two little buttons there? Those are little button ladybugs, okay? And so I said to Mark and Shars, oh Heather, that is so fine, no pressure at all. I said to Mark and Shars, I said, I hope you're okay with this, but I want to put two buttons on her dress, and I'm going to start crying here now. One represents Maddie, and one represents Ava, her older sister that is no longer with us. And so I had it in my heart that that's what I wanted to do, and they were like, "Oh, Mom, that's beautiful." And so, yeah. So that's Maddie's little Easter dress. It was so fun. Anyway, let's see who wins this card today. Okay. Yeah, she's a doll. So poor girl. I don't know if you saw the boink on her forehead. We were playing in the backyard, and their driveway is in their backyard at their house. And she ran, and she doesn't know how to walk, that little girl. And anyway, she tripped over her foot, and she landed on her forehead. And yeah, she got a little stone stuck in her head, and she needed stitches. So I have one name here, and the winner of today's card is Wendy. So Wendy, you have won this card, and I do have a little package that I need to get to you. So we have to hook up, my friend, and I will get that card to you. Okay. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. I am hoping to go. I was thinking that maybe I would go live tonight, but we're watching our grandson tonight, so that's not going to work. So I'm hoping to go live tomorrow morning. I'm thinking 10 a.m. ish, but stay posted. And I am going to, where are we? I haven't done an album page yet for quite a while. I think I'm on part 11 of tucking pictures into my album. So I hope to see you here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And there is no draw because I'm doing my album, and I can't give away an album, especially when there's pictures in it. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. We will talk to you all later. Bye now.